Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Dennis Harlow, and we're talking about identity, who you really are, and why it matters. Okay, listen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever done something that you weren't proud of? I think most of us can say that we have. I know I have. But have you ever thought where it actually came from? Is it you? Did you feel horrible after you did it? Maybe it was an hour, maybe it was a day later, but you still felt horrible. Well, I'm here to tell you that is not who you are, okay? And your inner self, your subconscious, your soul is telling you, this is not the person I want to be. Where did this actually come from? And this is why I talk about unpacking, okay? Because most of us carry around what doesn't belong to us, first of all, okay? It's not chosen. It's happened from life situations that you've been through. For example, let's say you were a kid and your parents got pissed at you for doing something. Yeah, maybe it was wrong. Okay, maybe it wasn't, and it didn't feel like it was wrong. But they said something horrible to you, like you'll never amount to anything, or this is just the kind of person you are. Okay, those are reactive statements from somebody who's angry with you. Okay, doesn't mean that they didn't love you. It just meant that they didn't know how to actually handle the situation. All right, but you decided to carry that around with you. And have you done it to your kids? If you have kids, have you done it to your kids, or have you done it to other friends? And they called you on it, and you felt horrible. Okay, well, there's an example right there. You're carrying around something that never was meant for you. You know who you want to be. You want to have friends. You want your friends to like you. And that identity that you picked up was given throughout life. We all have these problems, okay? We were raised by imperfect parents, mother and father, brothers and sisters that were our siblings, and they all said horrible things to us at one time or another, all right? But did you ever think about recognizing that and saying, hey, you know what, that's not me. This isn't the truth about me. That's not the person I am. And I don't believe that that's who I am. And you probably didn't. So now you're carrying that around with you also. And that's just not true. The good news is, though, you don't have to hang on to that stuff. Anyways, changing your identity is not about trying to create something new. It's just removing stuff that doesn't belong to you. It belonged to someone else. You learned to say it from them, and you picked up on it, and you believed, if you're using it, you actually believe that person, that who said you are a certain person, that's who you believe you are now. So, but the good news is you don't have to hang on to that. You know, you need to recognize that, okay, and reveal where it came from. So now that you know where it came from, you need to reject it, saying, and you need to say this to yourself, this is not who I am. The next thing you want to do is replace it with what's true. So you might want to get a piece of paper out and start thinking about these things, because if you're walking around with that stuff, you're never going to change who you are. You're going to keep believing that same thing. You need to unpack it. This is what unpacking is about. Removing what's not belonging to you and reinserting who you are. And then start to do that daily. So you want to reinforce it. Reinforcing it means taking action. Okay, you can't sit around and say, okay, that's not who I am, and then you do nothing about it. Okay, you have to try to do this on a daily basis. You have to do it, because if you don't, you're never going to change who you are. The person inside of you is already there. The person you want to be is already there. Unpack the crap that doesn't belong to you and get rid of it. Reject it, burn it. Say out loud, start finding phrases about yourself that you are, because I'm sure everybody out there has done something very important in their life that they're proud of. Okay? Think about that for a minute. What were you saying? And unpack that too. It's a positive unpack. So unpack that and find out why you felt that way. And then add that to the person you really are. It's that simple, guys. It really doesn't have to get complicated. Stop shaming yourself. It's not about shame. It's about having awareness. When you have awareness, things change. You can change them at that point. So listen, guys, I really am serious about this because I had to do it myself. And it was tough because there was 40 years of stuff that didn't belong to me. The way my dad treated us. I loved him. He was a great dad. He took me on all kinds of great vacations, taught me how to hunt, to fish, taught me a lot of things, okay? So he wasn't all bad, but there was things that he said when he got mad at us kids, and they just weren't who we are. He just said things out of spite because he was pissed off, and people don't think right when they're pissed off. So, you just kind of have to take a deep breath, realize that, and get rid of it. Reject that stuff. I found myself picking up on some of his stuff that he was doing. And it was tough, like I said, 40 years, over 40 years actually, because I'm 63. And he passed away in my 50s, so more like 50 years. And I had to really dig deep. But it was worth it. I want to tell you it's worth it because when you dig deep and you find out who you're not and who you are carrying around inside of you, thinking and believing that it's you can change that in a heartbeat. And I'm not talking about months, years. You can change it that day and start fresh and move into the person you want to become. Releasing all those bad things you're carrying around that don't belong to you. And it's really about that, because the person who you really are is inside of you. You got to get in touch with that person inside your heart, not in your head. Your head is keeping you from changing, but it can be done. Guys, I hope you found this helpful. I love you, man. God bless you. I'm a father of 3 children, and I'm happily married. And this identity stuff and unpacking has really changed not only myself and the things that I do, but also my family. Things have just changed dramatically, and there's just so much love in the house. And you can have that too. So let me know if this helped you. Drop me in the comments. If you would like help unpacking some of the stuff that maybe you forgot about, we can talk about that. Totally free of charge. Just drop yes in the comments also, and DM me, and we'll have a little phone chat. It doesn't have to take a whole lot of time. You can do it within like 10 or 15 minutes, maybe even sooner. If we can pinpoint it, you can get rid of it, and you can start going on with your life. Have a great day, guys. Take care.